I don't know, looking back to when I was 16 or something, I think that I had like a remarkable short-sightedness of like, yeah, sure, I'll just like go and commit to doing this thing for like 5 years, which is like a quarter of my life that I've lived so far. And there isn't really a sense of like this. That's actually like a pretty big decision. Um,
Yeah.
especially with like the medicine thing. I think a lot of people. I certainly had a lot of friends who they were just kind of into science or something, and it seemed like I think prestige is definitely a factor, but it almost felt like a willy nilly decision of like, yeah, I guess I'll I guess I'll do a medical degree. um, and so I think I was sort of interested in going down the medical path for some of my life. I wanted to be a vet actually, and I think it was basically just because I didn't really realize that there were other options. I think kind of like how you were saying, Ali, of like I didn't really realize you could just study history and then you'll still get a job doing something. It wasn't until I was sort of chatting to one of our cousins who's a few years older than us, and it turned out that he just studied maths, and that was like mind blowing for me. I was like, whoa, you can just like study maths. And so I think like seeing someone who wasn't like super different to me going down a different path was it kind of opened my eyes to the options. But I think like you mentioned the family thing being a big part of how you grew up. I think family is one of those interesting things where most people go through life with only like one data point of like family culture and like what a family is like. And I think if you're making these decisions at age like 16, 18, whatever, based on one data point about like, what life can be like, it's very like, yeah, it doesn't seem ideal.